Welcome back guys. Epic Games has kicked off their mega sale. It started on 15th May, will be running until 12th June. A lot of games are selling at discounted prices on their store. Unfortunately, no discount coupons are available. Epic has boosted their rewards program from 10% to 20%. For example, if you spend $10 on a game, you'll be getting a cashback of $2 which you can spend on your next purchase. They'll be giving away many PC games throughout the duration of the sale. Currently, you can grab the PC version of Dead Island 2 and Happy Game from their website. Freebie offer will end on 22nd May. Next freebie games will get unlocked in 5 days from now. In this video, I'll be testing Dead Island 2 on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11 and Steam Deck running on SteamOS. We'll show you how to enable XeSS version 2 Upscaler in conjunction with FSR Frame Generation using Optiscaler Mod. I'll quickly go through some games available on Epic Games at discounted prices. First we have Cyberpunk 2077. It's selling for around rupees 1282, 60% off discount. Ultimate Edition selling for around rupees 2200. This includes Phantom Liberty expansion. Highly recommended from my side. Next we have Hogwarts Legacy. No introduction required. It's selling for around rupees 1000, 75% off discount. Good price for this game. This one's my favorite, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, selling for around rupees 282 only, 80% off discount, includes both of the game's expansion packs. Last but not least, we have Tom Clancy's Division 2 online shooter, featuring a big open world for us to explore, selling for around rupees 209 only, 90% off discount. Dead Island 2 supports FSR version 2 upscaler, but it does not support DLSS upscaler. You can use the FSR upscaler to activate Optiscaler mod in this game, but it will cause some ghosting around a equipped item. This issue is not present in the case of DLSS upscaler. I'll be using FSR to DLSS bridge mod in order to activate DLSS upscaler in this game. It's not going to activate the real DLSS, but it will be enough for activating Optiscaler mod. This is the mod that I am talking about. It was originally released for Callisto Protocol. You can download it for free from Nexus Mods. I'll give its link in the description. Need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on Files, download the latest version 3.6. Click on Manual Download. Click on Slow Download. The download will start. I'll be using Optiscaler Daria build version 0.7.7 Preview 9. You can download it from GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Scroll down until you find the asset section, expand it. Click on the .7z link here. First I'll be installing the bridge mod. Open its archive file. Just copy the highlighted files. 4 of them. Copy. Need to paste them in the games install directory. Open your Epic Games library. Click on the 3 dots below the games box art. Click on manage. Click on the folder icon here. This will open the games install directory. Open Dead Island folder. Open binaries folder. Open Win64 folder. Paste the files here. Now just create a copy of nvngx_dlss.dll file. This file corresponds to DLSS upscaler. Change its name to nvngx.dll. Now I'll install Optiscaler mod. Open the mods archive file. Copy the highlighted files, 4 of them. Paste them in the games install directory. Open Dead Island folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder, right next to where we install the bridge mod. Next to the game's main exe file, change the name of optiscaler.dll to dxgi.dll. Just open optiscaler.ini file. From here set dx12 upscaler to XeSS. Mod comes with XeSS version 2 upscaler. Set FG type to OptiFG, as we'll be using Optiscaler Frame Generation. Game doesn't support any frame generation technique. Scroll down until you find input section. From here you just need to set FSR2 to false. Scroll down again until you find init flag section. From here just set auto exposure to true. Click on file, click on save, close. We are ready to run the game. I'll just show you the game's adrenaline settings. I have enabled FreeSync, basic and anti-lag settings from here. My Ally is running on BIOS version 3.4.1. I have installed Rog Ally's latest official GPU driver that adds support for Doom, The Dark Ages. UMM buffer size set to 6 GB. Using a 27 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 27 watts. 900p resolution CPU boost disabled. Connected my 8-bit to Ultimate 2C controller to allow at 2.4 GHz wireless mode. Launch the game. Shaders will get compiled at startup, helping reducing stuttering. It's an action role-playing game which is set about 15 years after the events of Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. Dead Island Part 2 takes place in a zombie-infested Los Angeles under quarantine. Using Adrenaline's overlay to show you the performance metrics. In-game settings, 900p resolution, full screen mode. VSync disabled, no FPS cap applied, field of view set to 90. Motion blur disabled. Advanced setting. I'll just set the preset to high, anti-aliasing to FXA, not using TA. Post-processing set to low. View distance set to medium. It's a 7-inch display. Texture and shadow set to medium as well. Rest of settings set to high. FSR to upscaler set to quality. Alright, we are in. Open Optiscaler menu by pressing the insert keyboard key. From this drop down bar, make sure XeSS Upscaler is selected. Version 2.0.1. Source API DLSS, so the bridge mod work. Auto expose setting is on. I'll show you the FPS without frame generation. Base game performance. Click on save and ahead. Settings will get saved upon game restart. Okay, FPS here is close to 50, not bad. It happened. Undead. I'll keep the gameplay short. Equip my weapon. A wrench. VRAM usage is close to 5.2 GB. 45 to 50 FPS. Charge attack. Oh my god. Dodge. Okay, now I'll enable frame generation. So much blood. Open Optiscaler menu. Check this setting FG active. Now check this setting FG hotfix. Set the limit value to 1. Check this setting FG allow async. Show you the debug view. No HUD elements are visible in the bottom middle image, so the HUD won't flicker. After enabling Optiscaler FSR Frame Generation, the color palette is exactly the same for the bottom middle and bottom right images. Smoothing effect should work properly. Displays are working properly for all of the images. I'll just disable the debug view. Yeah, I can observe that. Oh my god. This creature launched at me. Yeah, I can observe the right amount of smoothness. FPS increased to around 70. Check out the real world input delay. Equipped item is not exhibiting ghosting. Game's HUD elements are not flickering. Even the crosshair is not flickering. Mod works very nicely in this game. Helps in improving frame pacing. VRAM usage increased to around 5.4 GB. And we are hitting the GPU bottleneck. Missed that QT, my bad. Very good. Now I'll test the game on Steam Deck. So smooth. Download Optiscaler Daria build version 0.7.7 preview 9 from GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Expand the asset section. Click on the .7z link here. Dead Island 2 does not support DLSS upscaler, but it supports FSR version 2 upscaler. I'll be using FSR to DLSS bridge mod to activate DLSS upscaler. The real DLSS upscaler won't work, but it will be enough to activate Optiscaler mod. This mod was originally developed for Callisto protocol. You can download it from Nexus Mods. Just need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on files here. Download the latest version of the mod 3.6 manual download. Click on slow download. By default, these two downloaded mods will be present in downloads directory. I have transferred them to another directory. This does not matter. Dead Island 2. First, I'll install the bridge mod. Open its archive file. Extract the highlighted files. 4 of them, drag and drop them outside of this window like this. Close. Select the extracted files, cut. Need to paste them in the game's install directory. I have installed the game on deck's internal storage, home, deck, games folder, LF folder, games install folder, Dead Island folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder. Paste the files here. Just create a copy of nvngx_dlss.dll file in the same directory. Name it as nvngx.dll. Click on continue. There it is. Now I'll install Optiscaler mod. Open the mod's archive file. Extract the highlighted files. 4 of them. Drag and drop them outside of this archive window. Wait for the extraction process to complete. Close the archive window. Select the extracted files. Cut. Need to paste them in the game's install directory. Just open the directory where you install the game. In my case it's home, deck, games, LOF, Dead Island 2, games install directory. Open Dead Island folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder. Paste the mod files here. Just change the name of optiscaler.dll file to dxgi.dll. Now open optiscaler.ini file. Just set dxtl upscaler to XeSS. Mod comes with XeSS version 2 upscaler. FG type to OptiFG. Scroll down until you find input section. From here just set FSR2 to false. Scroll down again until you find init flag section. From here just set auto exposure to true. Click on save, close. Now I'll be adding a launch option to the game. I have installed Epic Games on Steam Deck via Steam itself. Already shown you the setup process. We'll give the video tutorial link in the description of the video. Just select Epic Games in your Steam library. Click on the settings cog here. Click on properties. Click on shortcut here. Under launch option, add this line of text. I'll provide it in the description of the video. You can copy it from there and paste it here. Using Proton version 10-1 as the compatibility layer for Epic Games. We are ready to run the game. Switch to SteamOS gaming mode. This is the LCD variant of Steam Deck. Display supports up to 60Hz refresh rate. Epic started. From here, just launch Dead Island 2. Performance key on settings, OLED level set to 2. Uncap the FPS by enabling disable frame limit and allow tearing settings. Display settings. Window mode set to windowed full screen. 800p resolution. VSync disable. No FPS cap applied. Field of view 90. Motion blur disabled. Advanced settings. Anti-aliasing set to FXAA. Post processing set to low. Rest of the settings set to medium. FSR2 upscaler set to quality. Alright, we are in. Just open Optiscaler menu by pressing the insert keyboard key. There it is. From this drop down bar, make sure XeSS upscaler is selected. Version 2.0.1. Auto explore setting is on. First I'll run the game without frame generation. It's the same sequence. Here FPS is close to 40. I'll engage in combat. Undead. They are feasting on humans. They're cops.
Now there's someone that closed the gate in the first fucking place.
It's a good performance on Steam Deck even without frame generation. Better to cap the FPS at 40 for a more stable experience if you plan on playing the game without frame generation. Oh my god. These things lunged at me. Maintaining my distance. I just enable Optiscaler frame generation now. Open the menu. Check FG active setting. FG hotfix setting. Set the limit value to 1. FG allow async setting. Show you the debug view. No HUD elements are visible in the bottom middle image. HUD won't flicker when we enable Optiscaler FSR frame generation. Color palette is exactly the same for the bottom middle and bottom right images. Displays are working properly for all of the images. Disable debug view. Save INI. Close. you need to enable manual GPU clock speed setting and set the clock speed to 1400 MHz. Resume the game. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. FPS increased to around 70. So good to see Optiscaler FSR Frame Generation working even on Steam Deck. Can observe an increase in latency. OLED variant of Steam Deck will benefit more from this mod. Supports up to 90Hz refresh rate. So that's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.